Welcome, everybody, to this week's edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly, presented by our friends at Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. Brandon Vickery with you. Glad to be joined by the head coach of the Valpo men's basketball program, Matt Loddick. And of course, there are no moral victories, but there's also no denying the improvement of the way things have gone during this recent stretch. And we know about maybe some of the tweaks to the offense. We know you've gone smaller with the lineup, but what else has improved in terms of the execution? Maybe what are you impressed with over the last 5 or 10 games?
Again, just the commitment to continue to get better from our guys has been just awesome. It was a hard week. I thought, we let two slip away. Had some pretty open looks in both regulations to really kind of ice a game. And, unfortunately just weren't able to knock those down. But at the same time, like you said, right, there has been improvement and we just got to continue to improve, watching the film and rewatching it again. It's, all right, there's some things that we got to do better and can. But again, overall, do we want to win? Absolutely. But I am pleased with the outcomes, and there's just no nights off in this league. And Drake came in, and obviously we could have won that game, but I don't want to discredit what their best player did. I mean, he went in, came in, and just kind of took that game from us. But that's what this league is, full of great players, and it was a pretty fun game, and I wish we would have won, but it was a fun game.
One of the real highlights was Maximus Nelson knocking down 6 threes. It's been like to see the way he's played as a freshman, particularly in the game on Saturday.
Yeah. Again, as freshmen get to this point, right, they're not necessarily freshmen as much anymore, right? They understand coverages, they understand where their shots are going to come. That adjustment, especially when you're a Division I player going from, being the best player on your team typically, to being someone that's really got to earn your stripes. And, sometimes that takes a lot of time. And so Max has just stayed the course. Obviously, we wanted to get more skilled. I think his perimeter shooting has really opened things up for us. And he was fantastic. 6 threes is a lot for a freshman, a lot for anyone.
You had Max hitting the threes at a high clip, but overall as a team, that's maybe been the one area that has still been a struggle. How do you address it? Do you get up more threes in practice? Do you change scheme to try to get more open looks? Do you make mechanical adjustments? What do you do in terms of trying to turn around the three-point shooting?
We shoot a lot in practice. I think I actually been pretty pleased with how open our shots have been. I think the next thing that we'll probably do is just try to limit maybe some people's attempts in certain areas. And we talk about the right shot for us. You want to keep your guys confident in the same stretch, right? Ben was shooting 20% from three on the year, goes in and hits a bunch of threes in that Drake game. And it's because, honestly, we stayed, with him, as a team and just said, hey, man, you're open, you work on it, keep shooting it. And so, you want to take guys' confidence, but at the same time, sometimes you're open for reasons. And so we just got to find the right shot for us continually.
Let's talk about the atmosphere on Saturday. What was it like to see that type of turnout? How much of a lift does that give you when you see the student section and the community support?
One of the things that I did, Sunday morning was just called our people. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes, right? We're the ones that get to go out and perform and coach and play. And, that's what a lot of people see. But you don't see the stuff that's behind the scenes. And I thought the leadership, the work to just get people to the games. We've had a lot of students that have kind of stepped up and done some stuff. And look, that to me means as much as anything. Again, I'm really big on community, and at certain places, communities can be less important than others. I think for our institution and our community, right, it's got to be the forefront of what we're trying to do. And to see that support, to see the fun, means the world. And so let's just keep with it. It was awesome.
Hey, go on the road to play Indiana State on Wednesday, a team that put up quite the lopsided score on Saturday against Murray State. What do you see on film? What's allowing them to play so well right now?
Well, they made 19 threes. I don't think that there's been a game in college basketball where someone's made 19 threes and lost. So, for us, we're just going to have to try to limit their good looks. They're a really talented offensive team that's playing well right now. So I'm just going to have to limit it.
There is the head coach of the Valpo basketball program, Matt Loddick, again at Indiana State on Wednesday, and then hope to see another big crowd on Saturday, 6 p.m. start against Illinois State back here at the Arc. We'll talk to you again next week on Valpo Basketball Weekly. It's presented by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.